Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my March bullet journal setup, but first I'm going to do a mini flip through of my February pages. My habit tracker and my mood tracker. I did the length of the line for the moods as how happy I was. My line a day gratitude and a space for my goals, any extra income I made and videos I was posting, a brain dump page, and a quote page. Then starts the weekly layouts. I really liked all of my February weekly layouts. I did something a little different with each one, but I think they all came out really nice. I really liked the purple and pink theme, and I had a lot of fun with it. I made my own quote page for Valentine's Day just for something fun. I actually put that creation on my TikTok and my Instagram. If you want to check those out, you can watch me doing that quote page. And here's my last weekly setup for February. For March, I decided to start this off the same way I've been doing so far, with a visual calendar on the left page and a list calendar on the right page. This works really well for me since I can put my work deadlines in the smaller spaces on the calendar on the left, but then have enough room to write out any important events in the list calendar on the right. Since I like to start my calendars on a Monday, this calendar ended up being 6 squares down, so it took up one more row than usual, but it worked out just fine. I still kept a spot to track my growth on my social medias at the bottom. And I just want to say thank you so much if any of you follow my TikTok. That has blown up this last month. I was so surprised, but I've been doing some bullet journal things on my TikTok. If you like this kind of content, I'm sure you will like that too, so make sure you check that out as well. As far as my theme goes for this month, I wanted to keep it in the green family, but not super St. Patrick's Day themed, since that seemed too easy of a thing to do. So I kept it to like a spring leaf theme here. For my header on this page, I just did a couple different leaf patterns in my green markers and then wrote March above it in some calligraphy. If you're interested in the pens and markers that I use in this setup, I'll make sure to list all of that in the description box below. I added a drop shadow to these letters using a gray marker. This is one of the Crayola Supertips markers. And then I really wanted to incorporate gold into this monthly spread, so I have a gold gel pen that I got at Staples, and I used that to add a highlight to the letters as well as some line work in the leaves behind the word March. You'll see I use this pen in almost every page in this spread, at least as like a highlight color or to add a little something extra, so the gold theme kind of continues throughout. I added some more highlights on the words at the bottom of the page just to incorporate that gold and kind of balance out that layout. Then for the right side of the page, I'm writing numbers 1 through 31 down the left side of the page. And next to that, I'm writing the first letter of the day of the week next to each corresponding number. I find that it's nice to be able to see visually a calendar like the left side, but that I have much more room to actually fill in events if I do the list like this right side. And then I just finished that off with some washi tape. I have a green leaf print washi tape and a gold metallic print one. Here I'm just highlighting those days of the week with a green marker. And then I separated the weeks by using that gold gel pen. I really like how this page turned out. On the next page, I did my habit and mood trackers. I wanted to switch this up a little bit from my last month's habit trackers. Last month I put a lot of them together in one big tracker, and I wanted to split them up. I think I had less things to track this month. It just seemed a little overwhelming to track as many things as I was, so I really just focused on the ones that I knew I wanted to keep track of. I narrowed it down to 6, and I made them all their own calendars for this month's habit tracker. I kept the headers on these pretty simple, but again I incorporated the green and some little leaf patterns and went over everything with the gold gel pen. Instead of outlining the calendars like I had done in my January habit tracker, I decided to make little circles for each of the days of the month. And I'll be filling in the circles with a green marker to notate that I have done that habit on that day. I didn't show it in this, but I did go in and draw some hatch marks in the circles that aren't actual days of the month, since I made it a full square. And it looks really cute now. Then I just labeled each habit above each little calendar. And there you go. For the mood tracker, I decided to just write the numbers of the dates down the left side of the page and create a chart of unhappiest to happiest across the top. So I will draw some sort of line out from each number depending on how happy I am for that day. This page I'm really excited for. I found this idea on Pinterest. I'm labeling it Daily Doodles, and what I'm going to do every day, instead of a gratitude journal, I'm just going to draw a small doodle of something I did that day that I liked or was happy with, and a small little phrase to accompany it. So hopefully by the end of the month I'll have a full spread of little doodles and phrases, And not only will this be fun to fill out every day, but I think it will help me practice my calligraphy and doodling and just be something a little different so far for me. I'm really excited to see how this one turns out. This next page I made my brain dump page. I apologize, this camera was going out of focus a whole lot during this part, but I just wrote brain dump in some cursive writing and I added a drop shadow with a black pen on the letters. It looks really cool, but the green is super fluorescent, so it's almost hard to read, especially from this far away on the camera, but in person it's a little easier to see. I like to keep a brain dump page just to write down anything that doesn't really have a designated spot, but I just need to get it down on paper. So I just like to keep a pretty simple heading for those pages. On the right side of this spread, I'm doing the same thing I had in my February spread where I have a spot for goals, money, and videos. It sounds cheesy to write down your goals, but it really does help to visualize them and have them written down and something that you can see every day and work towards and potentially check off when you've done them. As far as money goes, that would be any extra income I make with any side jobs, or sometimes I like to do Uber Eats or something like that. So just a place for me to jot all that down and keep track of that. And then videos would be YouTube videos that I'm planning. I make a little spot to notate if I've filmed, edited, voiceovered, and posted each video so I can kind of keep track of where I am with each one. This was a really helpful page for me my last month, so I basically just copied it over with a little bit different of a theme. I went with these little bookmark ideas, and I think they turned out pretty cute. That is my last spread of March, so here is my final flip through of all of my pages for my March setup. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me set this up. I'm excited to start a new month. Can't believe it's already March, but here we are. Hopefully it's just as good as February. I had a lot of fun in February, and I feel like I'm getting the hang of this bullet journal thing. I really like having a spot to write things down every day and check mark things off. So if you are part of this bullet journal community, thank you so much for including me on your journey, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.